Alright guys, so by the title of this video, you already know that a man done pissed me smooth off. So I'm like, you know what? I forgot to make this video for y'all a couple days ago. So I'm like, let me just make this video while I'm waiting for my driver to take me to get some food and then back to the airport. Because yes, I am in Trinidad again, but unfortunately this was not a very good trip. I'm not too man to admit that this wasn't a good trip, but I never introduced myself. So my name is Queen Misanthrope. So yeah, y'all can call me that. But anyways, this wasn't a good trip for a variety of reasons. And I actually just realized that we're in Mercury retrograde, which is a period that occurs and lasts for 2 weeks after Mercury retrograde. So this Mercury retrograde has started July 23rd and it ends August 6th. So that's probably why my luck has been so bad. But let me blend this because I'm looking crazy. But yeah, so I just had a couple situations with some of the men out here and they just blew me. And I just felt like, you know what? I'm so pissed. I'm gonna tell y'all about it. I'm about to expose myself and tell y'all about it. Because it's just like, it's the audacity. I'm not even gonna, this is supposed to be a one take video. I'm not adding no screenshots, no nothing. I don't even care. There's not gonna be no jump cuts, none of that. If I make a pause, if I mess up, oh well. So anyways, I'm about to start with the first person who fucking pissed me off. I need y'all to understand how tight this man made me because it's just like, I know I'm not tripping. So I was supposed to link with somebody, right? This man knew that I was coming down. I'm talking since the last time I was on the island. I was on the island last month and I told him I was coming back down this month again. He's like, you know, I'm super excited. Can't wait to see you. Now keep in mind, this motherfucker is dread. He's chopped. Like he jacked and he liked me so much and he want a relationship and it's just like, be so serious. Like, you live in the Caribbean, I live in New York. It was never gonna be that and you don't look good. Like I make more money than you. Like it was never gonna work out, whatever, right? He was just someone that I like to hang out with, have a good time. Again, he's chopped. It was never gonna be him for me, right? So he knew I was coming down, but he works a lot. So he was telling me like, yo, we can link, I'm gonna take you out. I was like, okay, cool. So on Tuesday, he told me that he was gonna take me to the beach. I was like, okay, cool. He had told me this on like, I think 2 days before Tuesday. Like, let's say Sunday or Saturday. He told me he was taking me to the beach on Tuesday. I said, okay, cool. So I told him I do not want to go to Maracas Beach because last time I was there, I lost my diamond tooth. So I do not want to go back there because I just had to get another tooth made. So I'm like, we're not going to Maracas. He's like, okay, cool, we can go to Las Cuevas. So I wanted to go to Las Cuevas, but I'm like, no. I kind of want to go to Toco because I wanted these coconuts. Like, I really like the coconuts at Toco. They're really good. So I really wanted to go to Toco. So he was like, I kind of don't want to do all that driving. I'd rather we go to Las Cuevas. So I was like, okay, that's no problem. But then he was like, you know, when the day comes, I can decide whether I want to go to Toco or not. And I was just like, nah, don't worry about it. Like, if you don't want to do all that driving, you know, you do work a lot, so we could just go to Las Cuevas. He was insisting that, yo, we'll just play it by ear. By the time the day comes, we might end up going to Toco. And I'm like, nah, don't worry about it. So Tuesday comes around. He's supposed to take me to the beach. He hits me up 8 a.m. He's like, oh, I got some errands to run today, but I'm going to pick you up after. I'm like, okay, that's no problem. It's 8 a.m. So if we go into the beach, I'm assuming that you're going to come pick me up maybe 10 to 12. We never set a time, but if we're going to the beach, obviously we have to go earlier rather than later. No one goes to the beach at like 1 a.m., 10 p.m. I don't really know people who do stuff like that, so I'm just assuming, you know, that's where my mindset is, that you're gonna pick me up within a certain time frame. Great. So 3 p.m. rolls around and he sends me a text. He's like, yeah, so I'm with my mother and we just doing some stuff. So sorry I haven't really been communicating, but I'm gonna let you know when I'm coming back up to pick you up. So in my head, this doesn't make sense for a variety of reasons. Number one, his mother lives in the south of the island. So the south of the island from where I was at in Port of Spain, that's like an hour and a half away. It was 3:16 when he sent me that message, which means that if you haven't even started traveling back up north, Lord only knows what time you're even gonna get here. So I'm like, okay, he's playing. I'm definitely not gonna link him today. We're not going to the beach. But I was just like, whatever. So I sent him a message. I said, okay. At 7 o'clock, this motherfucker double tapped that message and put a heart on the okay. And I didn't hear from him for the rest of the day. When I tell you I was so fucking mad. So this man also had my property. So I had to hit him up the next day. I'm like, yo, let's see if he's gonna hit me up. He didn't hit me up. So I texted him the next day. I'm like, yo, is it possible I could come by your job and pick up my hoodie? He's like, yeah, I'm so sorry that we haven't been able to link. You know, I've been really busy with work, this, and the third. I've been really tired. So I said, okay, cool. Can I come by and pick it up at 10 a.m.? He's like, yeah, that's no problem. But are you upset? And my thing is this. Every time a man know he don't fuck shit with me, he asks me if I'm upset, as opposed to just apologizing and just acknowledging like, yo, I messed up. I shouldn't have did what I did. And so that really pissed me off. So I ignored it because I'm like, he want to get a reaction out of me. He want me to spaz, and I'm not going to do that. Not doing that. Tell me why an hour later he going to send me a message talk about be honest. You're not in no position to be requesting honesty from me about a situation that you did, you caused. You said you was gonna go to the beach with me. You said you was picking me up, and instead of just communicating like, yo, my bad, you know, I overplanned, double booked, I'm tired, I just can't do it. You made it seem as though you was gonna pick me up, and then you didn't do it, and then you wasn't really communicative, and then you didn't say nothing. What if I had canceled plans to link with you? Granted, I didn't. But he really blew me because I'm just like, what type of a dunce do you take me for? And that shit, it was just so annoying. I'm just like, bro, I'm never talking to this man ever again. I got my stuff from him and people was telling me like, oh, you should have cursed him out. I'm like, cursing him out for what? Like, it's really not that big a deal. Like, it's just annoying because it's like, you don't respect my time. And if you knew you couldn't link, you could have just said, bro, I can't link. That would have been fine with me. But this whole pretending you gonna pick me up and not really sending me no messages and then not coming to pick me up and then asking me if I'm upset and telling me to be honest about it. I didn't even respond to that because you're a clown. But it just blew me because I did enjoy having fun with him, but I'm just like, I don't really like these types of shit. Like, it kind of blows me, and I don't feel like I need to explain why I'm mad, because when you do certain things, like, men are not dumb. He knows what he's doing. Like, he knows what he's done. If I have to ask you if you're upset about something I've done, I have to assume that I've done something to upset you. So I know what you've done, right? Like, if I spit on someone, I don't have to ask them, hey, did you get wet? No, they didn't get wet. You just spit in their face, but they're fine. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just stupid stuff like that. And so it just blew me. And then it's just like, the men on this island, I've never encountered men like this. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, before I came here, like, I was joking with my friends, like, oh, I'm gonna find my man here, because, like, I like some of the accents, but it's like, I'm not finding my man here. Like, the men here is just wild crazy. Like, the way they talk to you is wild disrespectful, and I just wonder, like, do the women here, like, they okay with this? Because I'm not. So I'm walking down the street, some Indian man, I put this in Reddit too, and they was telling me all sorts of crazy stories. So some Indian man gonna come up to me, mind you, his hair look crazy. Like, I'm talking, he have a hairline, like his hairline is sharp, but he missing a chunk of hair right where the hairline is. And so I'm just looking like, yo, how is the barber able to still line it up precisely? You got a whole chunk of hair, a big bald spot missing from your hairline. Like, I've never seen nothing like that. Like, someone said, took a bite out of his hairline. Never seen that, right? He gonna come up to me and talk about, hey, I want to get to know you. I'm like, nah, I'm good. He's like, I can't get to know you. I'm like, nah, like, I'm good off you. So he's just like, okay, so he's like, you know, I'm an Indian man and I got a big prick and I don't have time to play. And I'm just like, what? Like, all the men on this island, they will walk up to you and just immediately start talking about their dick. And I don't understand. Like, I didn't ask. He said, you know, I'm an Indian man. I'm not going to bullshit you. And I got a big prick. And I'm just looking for you because you look interesting and blah, blah, blah. And you sweet. And he said, oh, yeah. He said, you sweet. And I'm a real sweet Indian man. I'm not going to bullshit you. And I got a big prick. And I'm like, okay. And then I'm like, nah, I'm not interested. He's like, okay, well, could you at least help me out my little daughter? How you trying to holler at me and ask me for money? Like, and this is like, they all do this on this island. And somebody said that this is a recent development, that the men wasn't always like this, but apparently they'll start talking to a woman and expect her to give them money. And I'm like, he's not the only person that's done this to me. It was like a real big artist that was trying to talk to me on this island, and I found out he was a bum, right? Like, we talk on the phone. It was the time we was talking on the phone, and he had asked his mother for some money. His mother gave him some money, and he wanted more money from her. And she's like, I only have 200 and I gave you 100. He didn't care. He wanted more money. Mind you, I didn't care about that because I'm like, that's not my business. They have a weird dynamic. I'm like, whatever, that's not my business, right? And this person had even tried to get me to give him money and stuff. And I had called him like, yo, you asked your mom to get me to give you money? And he's like, nah, I don't even play like that. And so I was like, okay, cool. I just need to let you know that I don't give no men money. Mind you, this was the first conversation we ever had. I was like, yeah, I don't give no men no money. He's like, okay, cool. Tell me what. We talking, right? 2 weeks. Mind you, he's chopped. He's hit too. Like, I was never, and then the type of lifestyle he lived, I wasn't even interested in him. He's chopped. So 2 weeks later, we talking on the phone, and he fucking gonna ask me if I could help him pay for his washing machine and dryer. And so I'm like, how are you trying to get at me and you asking me for money? And he got mad, like, yo, don't even put it down like that. Don't say it like that. Don't talk to me like that, da, da, da. He going off. And I'm just like, okay, but that don't make no sense. He gonna talk about, I could go to the bank and take out money. So I said, so why you don't just go to the bank and take out money? He's still jacking. He could go to the bank and take out money. You know that you don't have it. And I know you don't have it because I've listened to you on the phone. You talk to me about how, like, I've overheard you asking your mother for money. I know your friends give you money. I know you don't have any money, which is fine. Again, I did not want this man. I could talk to a man and he could claim he want me and I could not want them. Like, I don't really care. I'm kind of open. Like, I'll talk to anybody even if I don't want a relationship with them. That's the type of person I am. But I'm just like, I'm not giving you money though. I'm not doing it. So afterwards, he was trying to go off of me and shit. So I just hung up on him because I'm like, yo, one thing about me, no man finna be screaming at me. It just get gay. It get like, you gay. I'm not doing that. Like, I don't argue with no man. I don't argue with nobody. Not even just a man, but especially not a man. I don't argue with men, women, children. Like, I'm not screaming at you. If you ever see me in public raising my voice at somebody, I'm just trying to match their energy because it's like, it might sound like I'm screaming, but I'm just getting louder because they're loud, right? So I hung up on him. He got to text me, talk about, I was just bluffing you out. So I'm like, so you basically trying to say you was testing me. Number one, no, you was not. Number two, I already told you from jump, I don't give men money. So how was you testing me? Like, that doesn't even make any sense. And so I told my other friends about it because they're like, some of them are Caribbean men. And then one of them was just like, nah, he wasn't testing you. Because my thing is this, had you given him that money, would he not have taken it? And I'm like, exactly. But then they started telling me how women be giving them money and stuff, and how at the beginning of their relationship, they had their girls' debit and credit cards. And I'm like, oh, this is the madness. This is why these men think they can get away with that. They see somebody like me and think that I'm going to give them money as opposed to wanting money. And my thing is this, he's a big artist in Trinidad, right? But he must have thought like I was a real big fan of him. I'm not a fan of his. Like, I like 3 of his songs. That's it. Like, I'm not a fan of his. And so I don't know. He moves like he's like Future or someone real big. Like, you're only big in the Caribbean. You're not big in the US. Like, I don't listen to your music. But I don't know. I think he thought he had me wrapped under his finger. But it's like, you don't look good. I don't like your hair. I don't like your body. I don't like your, like, you're not fine. You know what I'm saying? Like, your music is not really, you know, if he was Zeramar, I might have, I wouldn't have given him no money, but I would have been like, ah. I just found out Zeramar is married. I mean, that's good. Love is always good. But yeah. But like, if he was Zeramar or Kess, you know, I still wouldn't have given money. Like, that would actually been a big ache because I would have lost like 77% of my playlist if Zeramar or Kess ever asked me for some fucking money. That would have been crazy. But like, yeah, like, he was moving like he was some fine shit. Like, you are not Zeramar. You are not Kess. Those are my men. I mean, Kess. Zeramar is married, but, you know, he's still my man too, but he's not, but it's okay. But, like, I don't know, they just give me the ick on this island, like, asking me for money. Like, it's just, like, even one of the guys, like, I had went to the beach with some man, and he asking me for money for gas, and I'm just like, first of all, use another one trying to get with me. I'm like, why you don't ask your homeboy? Because we was with his homeboy too. I'm like, you have a homeboy. Why you don't ask him for money? I'm like, he broke too. He like, oh, you know, I'm just a little bit low on money. I'm like, well, we don't have to go to the beach because I want to have a good time. And I'm not giving you money for gas. Like, I do not care. Like, I want to go to the beach, but I'm not giving you no fucking money for gas. You better get that shit together. So he ended up paying for it. But I'm just like, why are these people asking me for fucking money? Like, I'm not giving nobody money. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm not doing it. Like, I give out enough money on this island. I spend enough money, and it's just like, I don't know, men asking women for money, it's just yuck. Like, my son asked me for money, okay, cool. And then you know what's crazy? Is that that's only 2 men that could ask me for money, and they would never in their lifetime ask me for money. So it's crazy that people that should not be feeling so comfortable to ask me for money is asking me for money. I hate how this is not like blended in, and you could just see where the sunscreen start and where my skin is at. But like, there's nothing I could do about that. But yeah, this trip was such a bust that I was supposed to be coming here at the end of the month for Summerfest. I just canceled that shit. I just gave my tickets away. I don't even care. It's a waste of my money, and now I gotta pay a penalty for my hotel because I'm just like, I don't even care. I'm not coming back. I canceled this trip. I had a next trip planned next month. I canceled that shit too. Like, this shit, oh my God, like this whole trip was horrible. Then I got a horoscope saying that like I said, we in retro shade, and that's why it was so bad. But like, this was a horrible trip. This is the worst time I've ever had in Trinidad. Even worse than when I was a child and I came here with my family and I said I would never come back here again because it was such a bad trip. Okay, it wasn't that, okay, this trip hasn't been that bad. It's just been minor little things. I'm not even gonna go into all of them because we'll be here all day and night. Don't nobody wanna hear me whinging. But like, this was a bad trip. This was a bad trip, and like the men here just made it like even more annoying. Like, there was literally only 2 highlights. My driver, amazing. His name is Sayo. If you ever get him, top tier. I hope I'm using the right finger. And then I met these 3 little beautiful girls, really, really nice girls. Shout out to Elizabeth, Kamel, and Sophia. Love them down. But yeah, this is a horrible trip, and yeah, I'm gonna just stay away from the Trinidadian men. Like, I'm just gonna leave them alone because like, all they know how to do is mama guy you and just waste your time. No more Trini men for me. Bye guys.